During the past couple of weeks, I have been giving a good deal of thought to the question, what is the state of the city of Creswell on February 11th, 2013? And the conclusion I've reached is this. The state of the city of Creswell is good with challenges. If I said great, well, that wouldn't allow for much room for improvement, would it? But there is room for improvement. If I said we had no challenges, I wouldn't be telling the truth, because we do. And so the state of the city of Creswell, in my opinion, as your mayor, is good with challenges. Recently, my brother and sister-in-law came down for a visit. They have just moved here to a small town about our size, 30 minutes away. And they came down one afternoon, and we had lunch and visited. And over lunch, my sister-in-law said to me, "Is this bottled water?" And I said, "No, it's right from the tap." She said, "You're kidding me. The city we live in has water that's so cloudy nobody drinks it. Everybody buys bottled water." And I said, "Well, not here in Creswell. I've been drinking this water for 30 years. And having moved here many years ago from San Jose, California, I remember the water there that always left a stain in my glass. City water in Creswell, in my sister's estimation, is great. But many of our citizens have a challenge paying for it month after month. In recent years, our city audits have not been completed on time. When they are completed, the audits reveal that we are in good financial shape as a city. So now our challenge is to get the audits completed on time. Creswell has good schools and good churches. Our churches do a lot of things together. They are united through their interfaith organization, of which I am personally very proud. Our schools are doing a good job preparing our young people for the workplace, for military, for college training. Last week I attended the 4th grade science fair at Creswell Elementary School, and I was impressed. I hope some of you might have been there. But as I shared at the recent Positively Creswell meeting, if I could wave a magic wand, I would increase funding for education. It is a huge challenge for our schools to provide the kind of education our children deserve with the dollars they receive. Speaking of Positively Creswell, I am so excited about what our librarian Sue Ludall and her band of happy people are doing with their meetings and their conversations and their brainstorming for ways to increase the positive energy flowing into Creswell. Creswell has good businesses in town. I can eat as fine a Mexican dinner in Creswell as anywhere in Eugene, Springfield, or Cottage Grove, and I think many of you would agree. There are multiple options for where to go for breakfast or where to grab a cup of coffee or hot chocolate, whether you have time to sit down with friends or you just need to drive through. I can buy what's needed to fix my house, fill my refrigerator, put tires on my car, get my teeth cleaned, or take my cat to the vet, all within 5 minutes of my front door. On the 4th of July, I can stroll downtown and take in one of the best parades in Oregon. At Christmas, I can join my neighbors for an old-fashioned downtown Christmas celebration. And when the sun is shining, I can head out to one of the finest golf courses in the state of Oregon and try to break 90 at Emerald Valley. And yet, if you speak with the Creswell businesses, you will find that they all have challenges. It's tough to make a profit in a small town, especially when there are alternative shopping options within 20 minutes. It's especially difficult to do so in today's economy. Creswell has a good airport, as has been attested tonight. Last week I attended the airport commission meeting, and it was apparent to me that our airport users have a great amount of passion about Hobby Field and what's going on out there. That being said, our airport has some pretty big challenges facing it, such as pending lawsuit and finding ways to raise revenue. Last year the airport hosted a fly-in. It was a great success. And this summer they are planning to do another one. But what makes Creswell truly dear to me are the people that live here. I've concluded after nearly 31 years living in Creswell that some of the finest people in the world live in the neighborhood. People like Lou and Lon and Debbie and Diana and Kathy and Jack and Janet and Johnny and Al and Ryan and Sue and Sam and Steve and John and Norm and Barb and Brent and Sandy and I could go on and on and on, and so could you. And since becoming mayor, I have met a good deal more people here in Creswell, and my opinion has not changed. Good people, great friends, all living here in our town. And so the state of the city of Creswell, in my opinion, is good with challenges. Last month, I identified 3 challenges to be addressed right now: our audits, the cost of water and sewer, and the yet-to-be-completed 2012 performance review for our city administrator. Tonight, you will hear progress reports from 3 council committees that were appointed last month and put to work. For several months, the council has been talking about the need to do planning and goal setting and team building for the future. Tonight, you will hear a report and a recommendation on how to proceed immediately. I ran as mayor on the promise that I would work towards rebuilding Creswell. That is still my pledge to you tonight as we begin 2013. We will work to rebuild the council. We will work to rebuild trust. We will work to rebuild confidence in what good can be accomplished when we tackle challenges together. Max Dupree, author of Leadership is an Art, says, "We cannot become what we need to be by remaining what we are." If we cannot become what we need to be by remaining what we are, then what we must do is that we must change. And believe me, changing is a challenge. We have to forgive people that have hurt us in the past. We have to look in the mirror and stop ducking personal responsibility for what's happened. We have to ask people who are wiser than we are to give us insight. And then we have to listen. We have to ask good and sometimes tough questions. We have to guard our words, for words have power. We have to encourage people to get involved, to take a risk, to try something new, and when they fail, as we all fail, we have to be gracious. We have to strive to be the very best people that we can be each day, every day, all day, and encourage other people to do the same. We cannot become what we need to be by remaining what we are. We have to change. And when the road is long and we are tired, we must not quit. We have a lot of work ahead of us in 2013. My father-in-law, Don Byers, who died just a few years ago, frequently repeated a line to his kids and grandkids from a poem that he memorized when he was a young man. It goes like this: "Press on, surmount the rocky steeps, climb boldly o'er the torrent's arch. He fails alone who feebly creeps. He wins who dares the hero's march." Our 30th president, Calvin Coolidge, said much the same thing. Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not, genius will not, education will not. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. What is the state of our fair city as we begin 2013? Good, with challenges. And I hope that you will join me and the city council and the city staff as we press on in 2013. Thank you.